Were you here all the time? Till March 15th. And then we left with our children. When did Russians enter? Vova, was it March 26th? At first, they were in Borodyanka and then came here. How did they behave? The village was invaded, wasn't it? Yes, it was. You see, they had parties here. It was their strategic direction, the road from Borodyanka to Makariv and Vablya village. They would come to the village, they had clean-up operations. There was a tank in the neighbor's yard, and down the street too. And you can see for yourself what they've done. How did they behave? Did they torture or offend people? Did they kill anybody? These are the people relocated from Chernobyl at the time. They are all elderly people. They were born during World War II or lived at the time. Lived at the time of Chernobyl catastrophe. They were relocated here. Mostly they are old people. There are 70 households in the village. But there were very few people during the invasion here. There was nothing to do or look for, but Russians would go into houses and take things they wanted. They would even undress people, take their phones. We haven't heard of violence here. In the neighbor village, Vablya, a man was shot. And one man died when staying in the cellar. It was hit with a bomb. Another man was wounded. But in another neighbor village, a lot of houses are damaged. Almost all of them. How are you feeling now? Are you thinking about future? We feel like fighting. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be Ukraine. Jesus Christ has risen. Ukraine will rise too. That's true. I'm in tourism industry. So they asked me where I got the maps of general stuff. I told them those were touristic maps, you can find them online. They just questioned me, but didn't torture. But they took things they wanted, like sleeping bags, mats, jet boil. When Russians were in Makariv area, our armed forces pressed them and then ran away along this road to Borodyanka. In Druzhny village, there were Kadyrovites, and they would shoot their soldiers to prevent them from fleeing. Therefore, the first time, being frightened, they spread in the village. They were scared. Like this. Kadyrovites shot their soldiers so that they wouldn't flee. There was no electricity. We've just recently got it back. It was terrible. There are shell splinters. Did they hit the house? Yes, the window is broken too. So I understand you had just moved here. Yes, and then a week, 2 weeks later, it all started. We came from Lviv region. It was okay here before the war started. We arrived, and 2 weeks later the war started. It was terrifying here. We didn't even have time to fully unpack. We didn't have food supplies. We thought we'd buy it all here. No one knew it would happen. So what did you eat? Did you have water? We helped each other. Our neighbors helped us. They gave us what they had. Potatoes, carrots. Did invaders come to your house? No, they didn't. They would walk around, but didn't enter the house. Tanks would constantly pass by, every day around the clock. And they shelled constantly too. There were explosions all the time. When we went to bed at night, we just hoped to live till the morning. In the morning we hoped to survive till night. It was terrible. And all missiles would fly over our heads all the time. Everything was on fire. It looks better now, with fresh grass. But it was terrible. My sister and I thought we'd leave Kyiv. We came here to our mother, hoping to help her. She's blind. But we found ourselves in hell here. Did they offend you? They didn't reach us because it's a dead-end street. So they turned around and went away. But they went along the street. And they shot heavily. Splinters would fly in every direction. Sorry, I can't. My dad told me that a bomb fell nearby and formed a huge shell hole. And that's how our fence got damaged, and the window in my bedroom got broken. Were you here when it happened? No, I was in the neighbor village. At the time it was quiet there, and our neighbor's garden was hit. His fence got damaged too. What village were you in? In Vablya village. It's nearby. Did they shell there too? No, only in school 4 windows got smashed. People said that village was left for dessert. But they left earlier. How are you feeling now? Frightened? We're okay now. It's quiet now. My grandpa says they shoot somewhere nearby, but it's quiet here. I didn't hear anything. Life is getting back to normal. It's good now. Nothing bad is going on here. I can play with my friends as usual. We can walk in the street, it's getting better. What about you? Were you here during shelling? I was in Vablya village, where I was. Our cellar got hit. Were you in the cellar? No, we weren't. But 1 man got killed in that cellar. Their fence also got damaged.